Yo, did you just start a t-shirt business and you're having a hard time getting sales? Let's talk about it. What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today we're gonna be talking about how to sell t-shirts and who to sell the t-shirts to. Now, with the holidays here, I've been getting a lot of DMs from people saying, hey, I launched my brand in the summer and I'm having a hard time getting sales. Or I'm planning on launching my brand and I'm having a hard time getting any kind of engagement on my posts. What am I doing wrong? Can you take a look at my page? I need some help. Now, usually this comes down to not knowing your target audience, meaning you don't know who you actually want to sell your t-shirts to. In your head, you're probably thinking, I just want to sell to everybody in the world. I don't want to exclude anybody because everybody is a potential customer to me. And I get it, that's everybody's thought process. But what you have to do is kind of dumb it down a little bit and start to narrow down the exact person you want to sell things to. This ultimately just helps your sales overall. This is part of the game that a lot of people don't like doing or they ignore because they feel they know better. But it always comes back to the tried and true stuff when it comes to actually selling a product. Knowing exactly who you want to sell to. These are your customers. This is your target audience. These are the people that are gonna help build your brand. So knowing them only benefits you. So if you already launched your brand or your business and you're not seeing any sales, it's time to take a step back and really dial in who you wanna sell to. And I've done this a few times on this channel to show you guys exactly how it works. But you guys can always use my old videos and my old brands that I started just for YouTube as kind of a case study to understand how it works. So if you wanted to go back and look at the playlist called Starting From Scratch, that's when I started the Leftovers brand. I believe that was back in like 2016, 2017, where I kind of show exactly how I started the brand, how I found my target audience, who I was selling the t-shirts to. And then also I have a playlist called Printin' Money, and Printin' Money is when I started the Churro Squad brand with one t-shirt design, and I showed everything I did on how I found the target audience, how I catered to that target audience, how I marketed that t-shirt, and how I gave the people exactly what they wanted. Those are two good playlists for you to check out so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about in this video right here. But whenever you're trying to figure out your target audience, only you know who you want to sell to. Most of the time, people start their brands with the brand first and then the people second. What I like to do is I start with the people first, then the brand second, meaning I'll figure out who I need to sell t-shirts to, who can benefit from my t-shirts, where can I fill that void? And then I go from there. I'm like, all right, this group of people right here really doesn't have a brand that speaks to them. Let me be the brand that speaks to them. And then I fully submerge myself in their culture. For example, when I started the brand Gardena Originals, I knew I was selling stuff to people that lived in Gardena or grew up in Gardena or moved away from Gardena or somebody that has ties to Gardena. Those were the people I was selling to. That was my target audience. That's exactly who I was going after to sell my clothes to. Those clothes didn't speak to anybody else outside of the city of Gardena, but I knew who my target audience was, so I gave them exactly what they wanted. Same goes for the Churro Squad brand. When I started the Churro t-shirt business, I was only focused on people that went to Disneyland, that enjoyed food, that loved churros. So that way I knew exactly who I wanted to sell to. And you're probably thinking, well, those are very specific things, and you have to get very specific with your brand. If your brand is speaking to a lot of people, you need to figure out how you can sell to a smaller group and grow from there. I say this all the time, whether it's on panels or on podcasts or interviews that I do. You can't take over the world if you can't take over your city first. The world is a big thing, right? But if you dumb it all the way down to your tiny city amongst the world, now you're focused on a smaller group and you can always grow from there. Take over your city first, then your county, then your state, then your country, and so on and so on. But it has to start from your small core audience first. Focus on them. A lot of people don't want to do this because they're like, nah, I don't want to put myself in a box, or nah, I don't want to do that because I'm limiting myself from the world. And that's cool. This isn't the only way to sell stuff. This isn't the only way to run brands, but this is the way that I found to get to the money the quickest. is knowing your target audience and actually supplying your target audience with products that they actually want. Now, a lot of people have a hard time figuring out their target audience because they don't know exactly who they want to sell to. And that's because they started with the brand first and the people second. That's why I say I always go people first, brand second, because I need to know what makes those people tick. I need to know what those people are into. I need to know everything about the people I want to sell to, so that way it makes the sale easier on me by giving them something that they actually want. For example, there's always people that want to start some sort of fitness brand. They go to the gym, they're like, you know what? I need to make my own t-shirts so people can wear them in the gym. And I want to put encouraging words on it because we're all part of the same journey, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a really good market to be in. But where people start to struggle is because they're thinking of everybody in the gym. They should just be focusing on their gym first, right? Before you start to take over the LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, 24-Hour Fitness, UFC gym, all these different gyms, take over your own home gym first. How do you do that? You figure out what the people in that gym actually like to wear. Look, observe, you're in the gym already. What are they wearing? Are all these people wearing Gymshark? Are they wearing Lulu? Are they already wearing fitness related stuff? It's gonna be kind of hard to crack those people because they're already loyal to a certain brand. They like the fit, they like the messaging, they're already into something. So how do you, this new business and new brand, break into this space? By putting on your thinking cap and figuring out, all right, these guys are wearing this, these people are wearing this, I want to make something that looks like this. Are you trying to make something that looks like the brands that are already out? You're going to have a hard time. But if you're trying to actually bring something original to it with your own twist, you have to be confident in what you're selling. So that way you can supply the people with your products to be confident in, if that makes any sense. What a lot of people that are trying to get into the fitness space always forget is sometimes they're making clothes for the gym, but they're really wanting to make clothes for the lifestyle outside of the gym. And they kind of try to cross the two, and sometimes it's a big miss because their messaging is backwards. If you're trying to make stuff for the gym, focus on making stuff for in the gym. If you're trying to make stuff for people that are into fitness, but so they can wear it outside of the gym, those are two different things. So you have to figure out your messaging. You have to figure out who exactly are you making these shirts for. This is all stuff that you need to do research on. I don't know your target audience. I don't know your world. I don't know who you want to sell to or what your ideas are. This is stuff you need to do. Do it old school. Get a piece of paper and a pen and write down everything that your brand means to you, and then figure out, all right, who can benefit from this brand? Who do I want wearing this brand? And I'm talking about get as detailed as possible. You're trying to sell stuff to gym goers. Is it to people looking to lose weight? Is it bodybuilding? Is it just fitness lifestyle? Is it for power lifters? These are all different categories under people going to the gym. So you have to figure out who are you trying to speak to, and then put the people in your own gym into those categories. All right, this guy right here is a power lifter. This is what I see him wear. He walks into the gym wearing this stuff. While he's working out, he wears this stuff. When I see him out in public or on his Instagram or whatever, he's wearing this stuff. Take note of all of that stuff. This is the research that you have to do to better understand your target audience. And if you're thinking to yourself, man, this is a lot of work, I don't know if I want to do this, then maybe you might not be cut out for this business if you're not willing to put in this type of work. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, but this is what I do. This is what works for me. Anytime I start any brand, release any design, I have an actual person in mind on who I want to sell this thing to, who I'm designing it for, who I can see wearing it. How am I going to get my t-shirt on that person's body? Everything is already in my head working before I even release the design or even create the design. I know exactly to a T the person that I feel would buy this t-shirt. Now, I say all of this because once you know your target audience, it makes the designing process and the marketing process that much easier for you, because now you know exactly who you want to sell to, you know exactly who you want to make this stuff for, and you know exactly how to get the messaging across to the right people. And there's tons of crossover things that you can do in this space to bridge the gap of two different worlds. If you're still doing gym stuff, majority of the people that are in the gym, whether it's weight loss, whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's just living a healthy life, majority of those people also are into different things outside of the gym. So somebody in the gym might be a fan of a certain basketball team, so you could play on those colors. Whatever the local team is, you could play to those colors with gym messaging. Now you're bridging two different worlds. A fan of this sports team and a fan of the gym are now connected to you. Maybe there's people in the gym on the weight loss journey that share the same struggles as other people in the weight loss journey. Maybe those people love tacos, and now you can bridge the gap of losing weight and eating tacos, or shirts that would say something like, I'm on the treadmill, but I'd rather be standing in the taco truck line, or something like that. But now you're bridging two gaps, right? You're bridging the taco lover with the gym goer. There's things like that that you have to always keep in mind when you're creating t-shirt designs for the end user, is if you want to speak to a bigger audience, you have to start bridging the gap between the two. This strategy is exactly what I did with the churro brand. When I did that t-shirt that said, in loving memory of all the churros I'm about to eat, this t-shirt was targeted to Disneyland goers, people that go to Disneyland, people that love churros in Disneyland. I'm now offering them a t-shirt that looks like a rest in peace t-shirt, an in loving memory t-shirt. Chances are those people that are going to Disneyland eating churros may never experience an in loving memory t-shirt. So now I'm bridging the gap of the two. I'm offering them an old school in loving memory t-shirt. The play is on a rest in peace t-shirt. To Disneyland goers who are eating churros. It talks to the foodies, it talks to Disneyland goers, it talks to anybody that understands what that in loving memory t-shirt is. Bridging two different worlds. That's how it works. I hope everything spoken about in this video speaks to somebody. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that hear this video and see this video and they're looking for an easy answer, and I know they're not getting an easy answer because it requires putting in the work. And majority of the people out there don't want to put in the work. So be different and do what everybody else doesn't want to do. Put in the work. Figure out who your target audience is. Know the people you want to sell to make the sell easier on yourself. I hope this makes sense to somebody out there, if not just one person, because like I said, this is what I do for my business. Is this the only way to do this? No, but this is the way that I do things, and this is what works for myself. Understanding my audience, giving my audience something that they actually want, and understanding how to relay my messaging to the audience. So that way my marketing, my advertising, and my promotion is geared directly to them. Knowing the people you want to sell to is the easiest way to make the sale for your business. Know the people, collect the money. That's basically it. If you got any questions about this video right here, please leave it in the comments for me. Follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.